right, so we're going to talk about, we ate at Whispering Canyon
Cafe.
This is in Wilderness Lodge lobby. Roaring Fork, which is their quick service option that they have at Wilderness Lodge. And then we ate over at Tusker House over in Animal Kingdom for breakfast, which is the first time we've had that in
5 years.
Was it 5 years?
Yep, because our daughter was
I know she was little.
barely, not even 2. That was the last time we had it.
And she was free then.
Those were the days.
That's how I date things. Oh, yeah, I remember that. They were free.
when there was only one of them and she was free.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, let's first talk about Whispering Canyon Cafe.
Okay.
So, what is Whispering Canyon Cafe? And by the way, we have talked about this before, but we'd only had breakfast here.
Yeah.
So there's some past episodes you can go back.
So this is dinner. We had dinner here.
Yes.
So if you want to listen to the previous review of breakfast, you can go back and listen to that. I'll put that in the show notes. But this is what they say about Whispering Canyon in general. This is from Disney. It says, "We like to horse around. Gallop on over to this old Western eatery for games and good eating served with attitude. Tether your trusty steed and mosey onto this log cabin lodge with rough-hewn charm and colorfully named cast members who have a reputation for sassing customers."
What is hewn?
Rough-hewn?
Rough-hewn?
Hone?
I think it's hewn.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, so hewn is, I looked it up. It's like cutting it up.
So rough cut charm.
Yeah, so it's like you're being a little... I don't know what that... I guess that means kind of mean, which we can talk about that. I think depends on your waitress or waiter.
Right. They go on to say, corral your wild bunch later in the day for a country-style dinner to sink your teeth into. Even more, all you can care to enjoy signature skillets feature an oak-smoked, mustard barbecued beef brisket, braised pork belly, or smokehouse salmon. All skillets come with lip-smacking cowboy sides. The plant-based skillet features maple chipotle barbecued jackfruit, mustard-glazed beefless tips over roasted carrots and charred peppers. And I got to have that accent while I say it because you're at Whisper Canyon.
Listen, if we want to do this entire review in character, I can get into Randall form.
Listen, I can do the accent all day. So you just let me know. Just give me a holler.
People are going to love this.
Give me a holler. Okay, and I'm done with that.
So. Listen, the only thing, I'll do my version real quick and we have a contest.
Oh, okay.
We're going to talk about the decor.
Oh.
Or as the French say, decor.
Oh.
Decoré.
Okay, we're in 2 different areas.
Hasn't been changed in years. Reds and greens, cowboys and Native American feels. Hit you right in the loins.
Okay. I feel like you're more Arkansas. I'm more like...
See, mine goes like, it's like backwoods Missouri. Like, no, that's not true. I don't know what mine is. Anyways, we'll just talk normally now. We apologize.
And that's over.
Actually, you know what?
Done with the accents.
Don't apologize, but we will talk normal. All right.
Let's do it.
We'll go over that again. The decor here.
Yeah. It has not changed in many years. It looks the same as it did in the 90s.
Yeah.
It really does.
It doesn't look any different.
I mean, it's just it's almost just an extension from the lobby. Like a lot of like cowboy, a lot of Native American influences. There's a Native American headdress on the back of the chairs.
Yeah.
I saw that.
I don't know if it's an extent because the lobby is, I mean, Wilderness Lodge is kind of a, like you're in the Northwest feel. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I mean, I guess maybe in a way it is. I wouldn't say it's like a direct carryover from the theming of the lobby, but it does fit.
It's very similar. Very
no,
similar.
it is similar. I'm being specific.
Well, even the light fixtures are similar to the light fixtures you see in the lobby, which I don't know if you looked at those.
I've seen them. I'm trying to think of my head now. But yeah.
Has like that old paper looking. Mm-hmm. Do you know? I don't know what it's called exactly. So I see this as like a similar experience to like the Hollywood Studios restaurant, 50s Primetime Cafe.
Yeah,
where the cast members are really involved in trying to almost play a character. You know, like you're playing Mama at 50s Primetime. This is like some of the cast members will have different names. They're like I'm whatever
like
it is.
We've had Buttercup before.
We had Buttercup, not her real name, but that was her character.
We don't know that.
Well, anyway,
could be Buttercup.
But it's a very the decor is very again Northwestern and cowboys and you know. Cactuses and log cabins are very much like that, and it's a lot of reds, a lot of dark greens. Again, the decor is the same from
Yes.
Whenever I ate there as a child, which is great. That's fine.
Very much. And I will say the vibe is very laid back.
It is. It's fun.
It's fun and laid back. It's definitely, you don't have to wear any certain type of shirt or anything here. As long as you have a shirt on, you're good.
You don't have to wear a type of shirt.
Well, I'm saying it's not, some places put a sign up.
No, this is a casual table service for sure. Now, if you're not into the whole vibe of it being like very like a play with the cast members, like they're ragging on you and stuff like that, you can tell the hostess or the host up at the front, like you don't want that. And they may tone it down for you.
But I've found...
But if you go there, that's like part of the appeal of the restaurant. So I would be like, just go for it,
Well, in speaking on that, this is something people will ask about. I feel like when you have kids, their tone is changed. Because our waitress, the table behind us, she was... And I think they were regulars, because I think she knew them by name. But she was very almost like it comes across as the playful way, but like more harsh. And I was like, my brother was sitting there, he's like, oh man, I don't know. But she comes over to our table and we had 4 little kids. Mm-hmm. And then you have the allergy. Uh-huh. And I told my brother, I go, whenever there's an allergy, they get out of character really quick because they take the allergy stuff very serious.
Yep.
So I think when you have littles, and especially if you have an allergy thing, they definitely kick out of that a little bit.
Yeah.
So her tone at our table was completely different than it was with the table next to us. So I think it
sorry.
I was just saying, so it definitely depends on your table. And it's obviously little kids, like they're not going to be like really super sassy or anything like that.
Part of it too was I think it's all about how you read the table. So if you're a good enough, cast member, you've done it long enough, then I think you're going to just kind of read like, okay, are they really into playing this up, or can they detect sarcasm really well? Okay, I'm really going to do this. And the table next to us, they were eating it up. They were having a grand old time.
Oh, they loved it. Yeah.
So it was fun. And she was joking with us too. But again, with kids, it's a little,
but it became a thing because like their table, they were like, our kids were being funny. So they were like commenting on our kids. So it almost became like they were part of our experience.
It was
funny.
It was cute.
So just so you know, like some people get a little like worried about that, but again, like Jamie said, you can tell them ahead of time.
Yeah.
But it's always a little different though. But usually if you have kids, they definitely tone it down a little bit.
Yeah. So let's you want to talk about the menu, I guess?
Yeah. So this is an interesting thing. You were looking in the past compared to what's available now. The thing that struck me is there's not a lot of options here. And
they scaled down the menu quite a bit. I think that's just from
COVID,
maybe?
We've seen this since COVID. I don't know exactly. Maybe they're just trying to save money, but basically you've got 3 starters. You can go with appetizers. You got burnt-in nachos, maple chipotle barbecue braised jackfruit dip, and Whispering Canyon house salad. And that's it for appetizers, which I did get the burnt-in nachos.
For your meal.
I wasn't really, we had just eaten out long before this, and I really wasn't super hungry. But I will, these were $12. They were fine. Nothing amazing. It was kind of
what was on it?
So it was topped with beef brisket, barbecue pulled pork, cheese sauce, and fresh salsa.
So it wasn't like amazing?
I could have done without the salsa. I think the salsa with the brisket and the meat was a weird combo. But the nacho cheese, weirdly, like this would be better without the cheese if it was more barbecue based, I think. Mm-hmm. But it was good. I ate mostly the meat and I ate some of the chips, but I wasn't starving.
Right.
So this actually fit. But it was shareable, I suppose. But I think I don't know if I'd get this again.
Okay.
It was moderate. It was okay. And then they have basically for entrees, you kind of have just 2 different options here.
Well, you've got a couple more.
I just mean categories here.
Oh, okay.
So you have and they do this for breakfast too. They have all you care to enjoy signature skillets. And there's 4 to choose from. Do you want to talk about those?
Sure. So you've got the traditional, the pig, the land and sea, and they have plant-based. The traditional is brisket, ribs, pulled pork, chicken, sausage, potatoes, corn, green beans. The pig is basically all of that plus pork belly.
Piggy wings too.
Piggy wings. Oh, okay. And sorry, piggy wings are in there as well. The land and sea is salmon, chicken, spicy vegan sausage, charred portobello, cauliflower, roasted potatoes, green beans, carrots, and then plant-based is all plant-based options. So you got the jackfruit, you got the sausage in quotations, I guess that's what it says on the thing. You got beefless tips, you've got a chicken, roasted potatoes, carrots, green beans, and peppers. And all of these are $38 per person. So I got the pig.
Well, actually, make it clear, it's all you can eat.
Yes.
So that's the way this works. Per person, you get more. Yeah.
It's all you care to enjoy. So you can get as many, whatever as you want of the pig. This is what I chose. Now, we did ask her, because we did this when we had breakfast last time, if we could share a skillet and then they don't bring a second helping. You can't do the all you care to enjoy. You get what you initially get at the beginning, which has everything on it, but then that's it. And they would just charge you for one person $38. She did not say that we could not do that this time. You think we could have?
Yes. I think if we would have pushed it, we could have, because they have this common thing. We've eaten this over at Riverside Boat Rights, which is, they have these types of skillets. We've had breakfast here twice. Mm-hmm. That's the same concept. And each time we were able to do this. And again, like Jamie said, the price is still $38, but you just split it and you don't get any seconds.
Right.
So I think if we would have pushed it, I have a feeling if I would have spoken to a manager, they would have said, yes, you can do that. But she kind of offhandedly said no, which I suppose, I'm not saying, maybe they have changed the rules. I don't know. I hadn't heard that was the case. But, if you're a waitress, you probably want to make more in tips potentially.
Sure.
And so you would say no. I don't know. Maybe that's why I'm not. But I have a feeling if we would have pushed it, we could have. But
well, anyway, so it depends. I guess it might depend on the cast member.
I
but
feel
it
like
doesn't hurt to ask, because it is a lot of food. So if you feel like you're not going to be able to finish or even eat a lot of your skillet and go back for seconds and thirds or whatever, then it doesn't hurt to ask.
Which is one reason why I just got a starter, because I figured I would be finishing off foods.
Yeah.
Which I did. So
yeah. But yeah, so the pig skillet that I had, it was pretty good. I really like the pork belly. I don't really like, I gotta admit, I don't really like a lot of fatty meats a lot. And I know pork belly is a lot like that.
Well, pork belly is just basically bacon.
I know, but part of it I just didn't eat because it was just so much fat. But the part that I did eat, I really liked. The ribs were good. They were a little dry, but that was okay. Pulled pork was excellent. The piggy wings, I think did you try a piggy wing of mine?
Yeah, they were good. They were okay.
And then sausage was good. The potatoes were really good. The potatoes were, they didn't have any really strong spices to them, but it was more buttery mashed potatoes. That was excellent. Mm-hmm. And then I ate a little bit of the green beans, not much. And the corn was okay. But yeah, the real winners here were all the meat, and they do give you a lot. And again, you can have as much as you want. But by the time I had finished what I had finished on one helping, I was full. I couldn't eat anymore.
I did have you get seconds of the pork belly.
Except for the pork belly. That's right.
It was honestly, it's about what you might expect. It was honestly, I know we joked earlier, not as good as Bucky's barbecue, I would say, but it's okay. The ribs are a little bit dry. At the end of the day, it is meat, but you're not going to get award-winning amazing barbecue here. So
fair,
I would say, but you do get a lot of it. So if you want to eat a lot of food, there you go. We do that. And the other entree options that you have, so you have the skillets, and then you basically have 3 other dishes you can choose from. Mm-hmm. And you have a New York strip, which my brother got, which was $36. You have salmon, which is $28, and pan-fired red quinoa cakes, which my sister-in-law got.
Yeah.
Which did not look good to me. I don't recall asking her if she liked it or not, but it was $22.
And it's pickled corn, oven roasted peppers, and avocado spread with that.
Yeah.
She said she liked it. She said it was good.
Okay.
She didn't say it was amazing. She just said it was good.
Right. My brother liked his steak. It actually was done pretty well how he liked. He likes his medium rare, so it was done how he wanted.
We didn't try those. Did you try the steak?
I had a bite.
Oh, okay.
It was solid. It wasn't bad.
Okay. And then the kids stuff.
Yeah, so and by the way, that is it for the entrees.
Yep.
So you don't have much to choose from in the way of entrees. They definitely want to get those skillets. So for kids, You can do. The kids can get a skillet too. All you care to enjoy skillet. It's $17, and I think it basically kind of comes with everything the other one, but just not as much.
Yeah. It's a variation of the skillets that the adults get.
So for kids menu, you get grilled chicken breast, macaroni and cheese, a cheeseburger, or chicken strips, and they have sides like fruit cup, wheat toast, chocolate chip cookie, apple slices, green beans, and corn. And
let's see, our kids. What do our kids get? Mac and cheese.
They got mac and cheese.
Yep. And then our niece and nephew, they got a cheeseburger and chicken strips.
I believe
Is
so.
that right?
Yeah.
Okay. And they all ate a decent amount, I think. Our son just basically loved the fries, but he did take a few bites of his mac and cheese.
I ate, as tends to happen, I ate some of the mac and cheese that my kids didn't eat.
Yeah.
It was fine. Yeah, it was.
Typical kid.
Yeah, nothing. I mean, it's about what you probably would expect.
Yeah.
So, and then other than that, I mean, they've got you can get wine and cocktails and beer if you want, and they've got sodas and you can get coffee and stuff. But basically, in the menu, that's basically it.
Well, they do have all you care to enjoy shakes, milkshakes.
That's true. I guess they do.
For $10, you can get unlimited milkshakes, chocolate, vanilla, or strawberry. So if you like a milkshake.
Which, that's not a terrible price, but there's not that much of a milkshake you can drink.
Well, it's milk-based, so it's like heavy. Yeah.
I mean, I do like that. It's like all you can eat milk, all you can drink milkshakes. You definitely, I think if you get like more than one down, you're going to be uncomfortable, but you can do that. They actually do have a fairly, if you're into bourbons, they have some bourbons. They've got the Disney Select Knob Creek. So they do have that. So they do have, a decent amount of cocktails and alcoholic drinks, if that's something you look for.
Well, and a lot of the cocktails on this list I recognize from other places.
I don't. There's not much here. I would say is like signature. I mean, the biggest signature thing of Whispering Canyon, I believe, would be the ketchup thing that happens.
I guess we should talk about.
So yeah, if you're unfamiliar with this place, they if you ask for ketchup, they're going to bring you all the ketchup in the restaurant.
Okay, I have to ask you. Do you say ketchup or ketchup?
I just say ketchup.
It's an E, ketchup.
I just say ketchup.
You said ketchup.
Listen, I say ketchup. I always say ketchup. I don't know.
You're literally saying ketchup like I'm catching up with you.
I've never thought about the way I say ketchup. Now I realize I'm saying it this way, and I'm sticking to it.
Ketchup.
Because I'm not changing it at this point.
Okay.
I don't like it, so I don't say
he
it
doesn't
much.
like ketchup.
It was kind of cute because our waitress, with having the kids, she was like, which our kids really don't eat ketchup. I guess our son does a little bit, does he?
Not really.
Okay.
No.
I don't like it, but the waitress said like, "Oh, you be sure ask for ketchup." So for the kids, they asked for it, and
no, but they made us yell.
Well, you have to yell for it, so the kids really got into it.
We need ketchup.
Yeah. So what happens is whoever is the last table to get all the ketchup, you have to bring it to the table that yells for it.
Yeah.
So it's a fun little thing. So
and it's usually the kids that bring the ketchup to table to table.
So they brought it all over, and our kids were like, "What?"
They thought it was funny.
And then the next table yelled for it, and our kids all ran away, which I thought was really cute because the other tables were like, "Oh," like a bunch of cute little kids running over with ketchup. But
they had like 20 bottles.
Yeah, they bring you all the ketchup in the entire restaurant. So that's an ongoing
cute.
little joke there, which I think they just, even if you don't want it, it's just a fun thing you can do. So that was funny. And then they also had, which I didn't know they did this. I don't think they've done it for breakfast. They had a little, I guess you would just call it like a pony parade.
Those are the hobby horses.
Okay, horses.
Those old traditional hobby horse things. And they did like a little parade around the restaurant. Kind of what they do at Ohana.
Yes.
With the instruments and the, but yeah, our kids were excited to do this because it started about, 30, 45 minutes after we sat down. So we had our food and the kids were super excited. So we just kind of did a little parade around the restaurant. Even baby Thor did it, which I didn't think he was gonna.
He did do it.
But he went around once and then he saw me and then he came and sat on my lap. I was like, okay, we're done.
Like, I got one lap in me and that's it. That's all I'm doing.
So that was really cute. I got some video and pictures of that. So I like that they could participate in that kind of thing, especially for our kids who, like, when we take them to restaurants, they get bored so easily because we're always like taking pictures and doing stuff for like what we need to do. And
I think kids in restaurants in general just kind of get bored for the most part. But
so I like that they had this, but
yeah. All right. Well, what do you think else you want to add about the?
Yes, I would add too. The table next to us, he got put in jail. She actually handed him, I was like a cardboard cutout of like jail bars. They had to hold on to. We don't know why he was in jail, but he had to hold that thing for like 10 minutes.
He was in jail.
He was in jail. I was like, that's funny. And then there were lots of birthdays when we ate dinner here. Obviously, we were celebrating birthdays for all four of us because it was around our birthday. We only had like two or three other tables that saying happy birthday. And our little son, he's so cute. He started singing happy birthday after the birthdays were over, after they were singing, like over and over. And the table next to us thought it was adorable.
He's like, listen, last time this thing, I got free cake.
Because
they give you a cupcake. So they brought 3. I didn't have my button on, but they brought 3 cupcakes for everybody else. So, So I think in his mind, he was like, well, if I sing this, I get a cupcake. So I'm just going to sing the song again. But it was cute. But yeah, and Disney does this. I mean, I will say the entire weekend we were there, we'll talk about it over at Roaring Fork when we got a free cupcake because I saw it was your birthday.
Galore.
So a lot of times they will, give you a cupcake, say happy birthday, or at the very least things like that.
Yeah.
But okay, overall, what did you think about Whispering Canyon, and would you recommend it? And what score would you give it?
I'd probably give this I'd give it like 8 out of 10 for the experience, environment, the fun times and stuff, and a little bit for the food. I think an 8 out of 10 is a good score for this place. Like every time we've gone here, we've had a good time and we've had good food. So, I mean, no complaints at all. Just the fact that there's not a lot of options would be the only thing.
Yeah. So it's got a lot going for it. It's got location. You're in the lobby of Wilderness Lodge. It like you said, it's a lot of fun, especially for when you got little kids. It's a place you can go to. You don't have to worry about if you have loud kids or kids just being kids disrupting people because the cast members are yelling. So everybody in that restaurant is yelling. I guess on the flip side of that, it's not a quiet restaurant. So so that's something to keep in mind. But so for me, that's a plus. It's always a good time. We've eaten here at least 4 or 5 times overall. Always had really good interactions with the waiter or waitress we've had. Food is adequate for this category. When it comes to the skillets, like I like the breakfast options a little bit better. I do wish they had more options. I kind of feel like it's definitely lacking there. So I think I would give it 7-ish, 8-ish. I think somewhere probably 7. I think the food lack of options, I think, brings it down to me a little bit, but it is a lot of fun. It's especially if we got kids and we were there with like my brother, so it was a good time. Like everybody had a good time, and I would go here again. And again, you're not really necessarily coming here. You might find something on the menu you really like, but to me, you wouldn't come here as much for the food as you would the atmosphere. So I think that's why I would give it a 7.
Okay.
So.